Hello and welcome to MoneySense Mondays. The session today is for young people between the ages of 5 and 8, and we will be exploring the importance of keeping your money safe. My name is Lisa Lauffer and I'm the Community Banker for the Royal Bank of Scotland. I cover Renfrewshire, Inverclyde and also North Ayrshire. Money is hard to come by, so that's why it's so important that we keep our money safe. You may receive a little bit of money for your birthday or even a gift at Christmas time. And quite rightly so, you want to keep that money somewhere safe so that you can use it. This might be by putting it into your bank account or putting it somewhere safe like a piggy bank. Or you could even ask a trusted adult to put it somewhere safe for you. Whatever you decide to do with your money, make sure you do two things. Remember where you put it and how much you have. That way we get to keep a track of what our finances are.
Hello everyone, my name is Miss McPherson and I'm a primary teacher in Paisley in Scotland. I'm really missing school and I'm sure lots of you watching at home are too, so I'm absolutely delighted that RBS have asked me to co-host MoneySense Mondays and share lots of exciting activities with you. During the session, you will need some pens, paper and colouring pencils. Hopefully you have these already, but if not, quickly go and collect them now. While we're waiting to make sure that everyone's ready to get started, let's say hello to some of the people watching at home, Lisa. So I can see we've got Ellie, age 8, from Marston Primary School. So hello to you and everyone else watching at Marston Primary School.
We've also got Gracie, who's 8, and Scarlett, who's 6. That's from Lindsay Mackay.
We've also got Darcy from Ralston Primary School. Hello to you this morning.
Yep, and we've got Philip, age 7, from St James's Primary School.
That's actually the school that I work at, so hello to you, Philip. We've also got Jack, who's 6, from Park Hill Primary. Good morning.
And we've got Mila, age 7.
We've got Darcy and Dexter joining us this morning, and this is actually the first session that they've joined us, so it's lovely to have you with us as well.
And the last wee shout out that we've got this morning is for Harrison and Oliver, age 8 and 4.
Great, we've got lots of people with us this morning. So let's start by thinking about safe places to keep our money. I wondered if you could draw a picture of one place that you can think of which is safe to keep your money. While you're doing that at home, we're going to join our connected families to see how they are this MoneySense Monday and find out what they're drawing. So first of all, we're going to say hello to Julie and Charlie, who joined us last week and are back with us. How are you this morning, Charlie?
Good.
Good. Do you get any ideas of anywhere that you keep your money or you can think of that would mean it's in a safe place?
What do you think?
A safe.
A safe, that's a great one. Yep, if you keep it in a safe.
What did you
Super. You got a picture for us as well?
You see that? In your bank account?
And your bank account as well. So you've thought of 2 different places. Super. We've got some people at home as well saying a bank account and they're thinking about a piggy bank. So you're thinking along the same lines as them. We've also got another family with us this morning. So I wonder if we could join them and they could introduce themselves because this is actually their first time as well joining us for MoneySense Mondays. Can't see them at the moment.
Can we try again, Derek?
There they are. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you this morning? We've got Jen, Anna and Samuel. So Anna and Samuel, have you got any ideas of where you could put your money to keep it safe?
Where to put it?
In a piggy bank.
And a piggy bank as well. What a great place. That's a really popular one with the people at home. They're saying piggy bank as well. We've got Sophia, who's age 6, who's also said that she would keep it in her purse. That's a different one. She's got a Frozen purse. She must be a big Disney fan as well, like me. Lots of people saying a bank account. So let's see, on the screen now, you should be able to see lots of different places that you can keep your money safe. So like we've had a safe, which is usually locked and can only be opened by typing in a code, a little bit like a PIN number. We've also got a bank, which is a very safe place to keep your money, as there's lots of rules and procedures in place to ensure that it doesn't go missing. Giving your money to your parents to look after is a good way to keep it safe too. I know that my mum is great at keeping my money safe for me. As you know from speaking to the families, a piggy bank's a really popular one, and that was my one actually. I know I'm quite small just now, but I had actually drawn a picture as well in advance of a piggy bank, so that's a great one. And lastly, you could also keep it in a purse or wallet, as there's less chance of it falling out like it might do if it was in your pocket instead. Now, let's hear from our community banker Lisa, who's going to tell us more about keeping our money safe.
Thank you, Miss McPherson. So a little bit more on keeping our money safe. If someone does manage to take your money, you should always let a grown-up know straight away. You can also go and inform your bank and also the police, depending on the circumstances. And also, if you do want to call your bank, you should always call the number on the back of your card. If you don't have a card, your grown-up might have one, and that's where you can give them a wee phone. That way, you know that you're speaking to the bank and not to someone else.
Great, thanks, Lisa. Money doesn't not always need to be kept in the same place, you know. Sometimes, depending on the amount, it could be kept in different places. For example, imagine you have £2 in coins. So like you're about to see on the screen, this might be a £1 coin and two 50p pieces. And the other scenario I want you to think about is if you have £20 in notes. So again, like you can see on the screen, this might be two £10 notes. Where do you think you could keep this money? Would you keep it all in the same place, or would you keep the £2 in coins in a different place than where you might keep the £20 in notes? Have a wee think about that at home. And while we're waiting on your comments coming in, we'll join Julie and Charlie again to see if they want to tell us where they would keep this money.
Where would you keep the coins, Charlie? I would keep the £2 and the 50p's in my piggy bank, and I would put the two £10 notes in my bank account.
That sounds like a great idea. The £2 coins you would probably put in your piggy bank, and you would keep the bigger value of money, the £20, in your bank account. Super, Charlie. Let's see what Anna and Samuel think. If you get any other ideas of where you might keep this money?
Would you put the big ones in your piggy bank or in the bank? In the bank.
So you would put the £20 in the bank, but the same as Charlie, you would put the £2 in your piggy bank. That makes sense, doesn't it? You don't want to take £2 every time you get £2 to the bank. You'd be there every single day, wouldn't you? Let's see what some of the people at home are thinking about. So we've got Roxy saying that she would put the coins in a piggy bank and the notes in her purse. We've got Alex saying that he would also put the coins in a piggy bank and notes in a purse. Sophia's saying she would put her notes in her bank account. So yeah, lots of great ideas. The £2 we'd probably put in a wallet or purse or a piggy bank so that it's safe if we want to save it in our piggy bank, or we've got it in our purse and wallet if we want to buy something when we're at the shops, but we don't want to lose it before we do that. And the £20 we would probably put in a savings account in the bank, or we could give it to our parents to keep safe for us. So let us try and imagine that you don't follow this advice. You don't put your £2 in your purse and wallet or a piggy bank, and you don't put your £20 with your parents or in the bank. It's not in a safe place, and it sadly gets lost or stolen. How do you think you would feel? I want you to think of an emoji, so it should be really quick for the comments. If you could tell someone at home what kind of feeling you would have and show them what kind of emoji you would use. I've actually got one here. This is how I would feel if I lost any money. So as you can see, I'm a bit sad. I've got a wee tear coming because if you lose money, I think I would get a wee bit upset. Lisa, how do you think you would feel? Would you be the same?
I would be the same. I'd be pretty upset and a little bit angry at the same time that I hadn't put it in the safe place like everyone's telling me to, in the bank or in my purse. I've just put it loosely somewhere and lost it. I would be upset.
That's right, you would be upset. And like you said, Lisa, Elaine has put a wee angry face in her comment. Finley's got a wee sad face. He's really not happy. Jackie's put a shocked face, so you might be a wee bit surprised that you lost it. We've got lots and lots of tears coming in our little emojis. Very sad. What about you, Charlie? How would you feel? Would you be a bit sad if you lost money?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Have you drawn a picture for it?
We sad face.
Super. Thank you. And what about you, Anna and Samuel? You would be a bit sad as well if you lost money, wouldn't you?
Be very sad.
Oh, very sad. Super.
I don't
Thank you. Oh, what a
And that's
sad
a robber
day.
who might steal your money.
Oh, fantastic. That might be a way where your money gets stolen. Someone steals it from you. That's not very nice, is it?
No.
Okay, let's move on to our next activity then. I need you to help my friends to be a bit safer with their money. So what I want you to do is listen to the 3 different stories that I'm going to read in a few moments and have a think about how their actions are a little bit unsafe and what they could do differently. You could write down your suggestions on a piece of paper at home or ask someone to comment them for you below. So first of all, I think you're going to see them on the screen. We have Freya. Every day, Freya takes her lunch money and places it loose in her school bag. Sometimes she loses it. What do you think Freya could do differently to make sure that she doesn't lose her money? So she just throws it in her school bag, she doesn't put it anywhere. What do you think she could do for it to be a wee bit safer? Let's join Julie and Charlie to see if they could help Freya in any way.
She could put it in a purse if she had a purse.
That would be a great idea, wouldn't it? If she put it in a purse, so she'd stick it in her purse, she would zip it up and then put the purse in her bag, and then there's less chance of her losing it. Great, thank you for that, Charlie. And we've got people at home saying that she should put it in a purse as well. We've got Ellie. Darcy's also saying that she should put it in a purse before she puts it in her bag, and Finlay as well. So that's a great idea, putting it in a purse or a wallet. Next up, we've got Salma. She keeps her money in a jar under her bed. She has been saving for a while now and has managed to save over £50. What a lot of money.
Yeah.
Do you think that she could do something with her money to make it a wee bit safer? Leave your answers in the comments for us below. And let's join Samuel and Anna this time to see if they have any ideas of what Salma could do.
Where would it be safer?
And then
In
the
your purse.
and
In the bag?
then the police will find it.
We're still looking at our robber here, trying to get the police to find them. But I think I heard Mum say that it might be a good idea to put that in the bank, that £50. And I've got people at home saying that as well. So Lucas is saying put it in a savings account. Holly's also saying put it in a savings account. That would make sense, wouldn't it? If she's got that amount of money, £50, she could put it in a bank, in a savings account, or she might want to give it to her parents to look after for her.
Yeah, quite a lot of people are saying that there, Miss McPherson. There's lots and lots coming through saying about putting it into the bank or giving it to a grown-up to put into the bank for you.
That's a great idea. That'll keep it much safer than having it under your bed, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And finally, we've got my last friend who's called Yasin. He keeps all of his cash in his jacket pocket. He doesn't even know how much he's got in there. Do you think this is safe? What could he do differently? Let's have a look at the comments. Let's see what you at home are saying.
So that one's a little bit more tricky, isn't it?
That is a wee bit hard. That's why I've left it up to the people at home, because I'm sure they'll manage to get the answer.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know how much money he's got, and it's just in his pocket. Gabriella, super, she's saying he could maybe keep it in a wallet and then put it in his pocket.
And then we've got Claire saying put it into a savings account.
That would be a good idea as well. We've got Nathan, he said count it so that he knows how much he's got and then put it in his piggy bank. That's a great idea. So he could have his money easily stolen from his wallet. So it would be a good idea if he was to put it, like you're saying, in a wallet, or even count it and then put it in a piggy bank. Super. Great suggestions. Now, we're going to try a quick 4-question quiz to see what you've learnt today. You can either write your answers down on paper or comment them below for us to see before we reveal the correct answer. Lisa, let's see who's been really listening today.
Yes.
Okay, we've got number 1. Where is a safe place to keep your money? We've spoken about, I think there was 5 different places we spoke about at the beginning where it's safe to keep your money. Let us join Julie and Charlie to see if Charlie can remember a place that's safe to keep your money.
What do you think, Charlie?
You can put it in a safe, a piggy bank, or a savings account.
Super. So you've given us 3 there, Charlie. You've really been listening today. Thank you so much. We've got safe, piggy bank, and what was the other one Charlie said again, Lisa?
Savings account.
Savings account, that's right. Super. And I can see Ellie at home saying a wallet or a purse, so that was another one.
Yeah, and that's all our answers, nearly. One more to go. And think about who you're with just now.
Oh, great clue, Lisa.
I was just looking through to see if anyone had got it.
I know, me too. Oh, I think that someone got it now. Jamie said, yeah, what's Jamie said, Lisa?
So Jamie's given us all the answers, and from the one that he didn't have was mum and dad. So yes, a grown-up. So savings account, purse or wallet, with your grown-ups, or a safe or a piggy bank was the 5 answers. So well done to everyone for getting that.
Number 2, where is an unsafe place to keep your money then? So the opposite, where's not a safe place to keep your money? Let's have a look. We've still got lots of comments coming in from before.
Yeah.
Lots of people saying give it to your parents now.
So we just need to think about unsafe. Think about the 3 friends of Miss McPherson. What were they doing? So, yep, there we've got one coming in there from Ellie. She said in your pocket or your bag loosely. So, yep, that would be unsafe.
Yep, Darcy and Lucas have also said pocket as well. Ben's saying in the bedroom. So, like Salma, she had it under her bed. So that wasn't very safe, especially because she had such a big amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Loose in your bag, so that was the same as Freya. If you maybe don't use a purse or wallet and you just throw it in your bag, it's easier for it to go missing.
Yep. So yeah, so anywhere where you put your money where it could fall out or easily be lost.
Number 3 then, what feelings might people have if their money is not safe? So if you think back to the activity we did where you shared your emojis, and I had my emoji and I've still got it here. So this might be a wee clue for you at home if you've forgotten. How might you feel if your money is not safe? Good, we've got Ellie who's sent lots and lots of emojis. She's got shocked, angry, crying, lots of different emojis she's feeling. We've got scared and upset from Nathan. That's a good one. Scared, You might be a wee bit scared if you've lost money. We've got sad and angry and shocked from Holly as well.
So all of these are correct. People might feel sad, they might feel angry, a bit upset. Well done, Darcy and Dexter. Might be worried, frustrated, annoyed. You might even feel a little bit embarrassed, Miss McPherson, because you thought that money wasn't a safe place. You thought you were being good with your money by putting it in your school bag, but you've lost it because you didn't put it in a safe place in your school bag. It's just lying all loose. So you might be a little bit embarrassed to go home and tell your grown-ups that you've actually lost your dinner money.
I actually never even thought of that one, Lisa, but that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Number 4 then, last one. Who can you talk to about keeping your money safe? So who might you talk to help you keep your money safe? We're going to join Anna and Samuel for this one to see if they've got any people or anyone they think that would help them keep their money safe.
Who would you say? The ladies?
Police officers.
Police officer?
Or
Anna.
My daddy, or the police officers.
Yeah.
Super.
And we've got a few people saying that as well, Anna, in the comments. So Ben says he would tell his mum. Bruce has said his mummy and daddy. quite a lot of people are saying their parents or their grown-ups, or even the bank staff from Lucas as well. That's a good one.
I've seen Ellie said banker as well, so that's a good one. Yep.
So yeah, definitely you would talk to your grown-ups. You might even go to the bank or phone the bank, or you could do some research online and then maybe call the police as well, depending on what the circumstances are. So some really good answers there, which lets me know, Miss McPherson, that everyone's been paying attention today during our lesson.
Yep, they must have got 4 out of 4 because they were great answers today. Super. So now we're going to finish off with some quick questions. So this is when we reverse it. It's some time for you to send us your questions and we'll try and answer them. We're so lucky to have Lisa with us and her expertise. So feel free to post any questions that you have for us in the comments and we'll read them out and try and get them answered for you. While we're waiting for you to think of great questions at home, I wondered if we could join Julie and Charlie and see if they've got any questions that they'd like to ask Lisa today.
You got a question, Charlie?
What should I do if I lose some of my money?
Good question.
Good question, Charlie. So if you do lose some of your money, don't get too worried about it and make sure that you tell your mum or dad straight away, or if you're at school, tell one of your teachers as well, and then they'll see what we can do, see if we can retrace your steps to find it, and if not, then we maybe have to go a wee bit further and speak to someone else to get it sorted for you.
Okay. Super, thanks Charlie, great question. Let's see, we've got Darcy, who's 8, wants to know what would happen if all the bank money was stolen. Hope that doesn't happen.
Well, that's what I was just about to say, Darcy. Hopefully that's never going to happen. But if what you're meaning is all of your money out of your bank account, if that does happen, you would phone your bank and we would investigate through our different teams to see what's happened and how someone managed to get your money.
Super, thanks. We've got Darcy and Dexter asking, should I give Daddy all my money?
So Darcy and Dexter, you definitely shouldn't give Mr. MacKillop all of your money. What you can do is you can give him your money to put into your bank account, and then that way it's kept safe in your accounts.
Thanks. We've got Matt McCabe wants to know how he can open a bank account.
That's a good question, Matt. Now, at the moment, things are slightly different because of COVID-19. But when we get back to normality, what we would do is you would go into your bank with your identification. Now, that could be your birth certificate and something with your address. So it could be your grown-up's address that we use. When you get into the bank, they'll take all those details and insert them into our systems, and then that would generate an account number for you. You can get an account from the day that you get your birth certificate, so you can get it from you're a little tiny baby, and you can get it in your own name from when you're age 7 and over.
Super, thanks Lisa. I've got Lewis, who's 8, asking if you can get interest on your money from the bank.
Yes, so if you've got a savings account, Lewis, you would get interest. Now, how much interest that is depends on what type of account and what bank you're with, and also on the base rate, which is the government who set that. So it's not the bank that have that ruling, unfortunately. It's the government that tell us how much interest we can pay on things. But yep, you can still get some money for the money that you've got in your bank.
Super. We've got Holly. Can your bank account ever be too full?
Very good question, Holly. So it's not that it can be too full. However, your bank is only covered for £85,000 per person. So once you've got that much in it, we would say you would maybe want to open something with another bank so that all your money was protected.
That was
I never got that much money in my account, Miss McPherson.
No, me neither, but I wish I did. I wish I had that problem, Holly. How can you track down the person who stole your money? That's from Luca, age 9. So if someone actually gets to steal your money, how can you track them down?
Good question, Luca. So you personally won't track them down, hopefully. You'll leave that up to the bank. And what we would do is our fraud and investigating team, they would go online, they would check loads of different things, and they would try and get to the root cause and find where the money's went to. So a lot of times when money's come out of your bank account, it's been stolen, but it hasn't been stolen in cash, Miss McPherson. So they've transferred it into another account, and that's normally where we can find out where it's gone to.
Super. We've got, I seen one there and it's disappeared. Let me see if I can find it. Amy and Sophie, aged 7, ask if all the money in the banks are kept in one big safe.
Good question. So every bank is different. So unfortunately, I don't know all the other banks' procedures. But with the Royal Bank, we would have one safe, but inside our safe, we've got lots of different departments that goes into it. So it's not all kept in the one place.
Super. And we've got one from Logan saying, what's the best account to save your pocket money?
Good question, Logan. So that would depend on how old you are. If you're under 7 or over 7 would be the difference. If you are under 7, then it would be in a savings account which is in trust for you. So it's in your grown-up's name and in trust for you. And if you're over 7, you can have a savings account in your own name and you can put all your pocket money in there and then take it out if and when you want to buy something.
Thanks, Lisa. We're running out of time for this session, but I just want to go to Anna and Samuel just to check and see if they've got a question that they'd like to ask.
Any questions?
Police put robbers in jail.
So would the police put the robbers in jail if they stole your money?
Yes, Samuel. So if we manage to catch them, yep, the police would put them in jail.
Great question, thank you. And thank you to everyone at home for all your really interesting questions as well. Thanks to you too, Lisa, for answering them. We'll be taking more questions in next week's session. So if you have, I think, during the week of any questions that you maybe never thought of during the session, you can maybe try and ask us next week and we'll do our best to answer them.
Perfect. Miss McPherson, just before we wrap up, did you know that less young people are using piggy banks than what they were 2 years ago? More of the young people are now using online banking and actual bank accounts that they can put their money in rather than the old style piggy banks that you were drawing earlier.
Do you know, Lisa, I didn't know that, but I can understand why, because I know that there's lots and lots of people at home who now have tablets or iPads, so it might make it a wee bit easier for them to use online banking.
Yep. So I just want to thank everyone for all your help in today's lesson. To help you increase your understanding on how to keep money safe, why not visit the My MoneySense website and play Keep Helen's Money Safe game. It's a multiple choice game where you can help a little girl called Helen to make the right choices about how to save her money. And you've got tips you've learned today to help you. There is another fun way to keep your money safe on the My MoneySense website.
Sounds like lots of fun. Thank you all for joining us and for all your hard work during today's session. We hope you enjoyed participating and we look forward to seeing you next MoneySense Monday when we'll be learning all about needs and wants. In the next session, we're going to be looking at fraud and scams for 8 to 12-year-olds. Have a great day, take care and stay safe. Bye.
Bye. Hello and welcome to MoneySense Mondays. The session today is for young people between the ages of 8 and 12, and we will be exploring the importance of keeping our money safe. My name is Lisa Lauffer and I am the community banker for the Royal Bank of Scotland, and I cover the areas in Renfrewshire, Inverclyde and also North Ayrshire. Whether your money's earned or gifted, money is something that everyone wants to keep safe so that it can be used when it's needed. You may not know this, but banks are one of the safest places you can put your money, and so you can access it through your accounts. Online banking and online shopping for goods or services is also very popular these days. However, there are risks that come with that. With some people out there, they're using scams to steal your money or even trick you into giving out some of your personal information or your card and or your account details. We therefore feel that it is very important that we get all you young children involved in looking after your money and your savings to help you learn the important lessons about money for now and also for in the future. It's never too early or late to learn about keeping your money safe.
Hello everyone, my name is Miss McPherson and I'm a primary teacher in Paisley in Scotland. I'm really missing school and I'm sure lots of you at home are too, so I'm delighted that RBS have asked me to co-host these MoneySense Mondays and share lots of exciting activities with you. During the session, you'll need some pens and paper. Hopefully you have these already, but if not, quickly go and get them now. While we're waiting to make sure that everyone's ready to get started, let's say hello to some people at home who have joined us today. So I can see we've got Grace and Anna, who are 7 and 9 from Carluke. Hi to you guys.
We've got Alex from East Kilbride, age 9.
We've got Jessica, who's 9 as well. Hello.
And Sienna, who's age 10.
We've got Louisa, who's 11, and Leo, who's 8 from Cathedral Primary School in Motherwell.
And Finlay, who's age 10 from Elmvale Primary.
Lots and lots of people join us this afternoon, Lisa, so I think we better get started.
Yep.
Can you identify some of the reasons people might use a bank account? I wonder if you could write down or draw on paper or comment your answers below. Why might some people use a bank account? While we're waiting for you to do that at home, we're going to join our connected families to see how they are this MoneySense Monday and find out what they're doing and hear their ideas. So let's go to Nick and Gracie first, who have been with us since the start. So this is your third MoneySense Monday. How are you today, Gracie?
Good.
Good. You excited to be with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're glad to have you as well. Can you think of any reasons why people might use a bank account?
Because it's safe. It's very safe.
It's very safe. Good. Yep, it's a safe way, isn't it? Super. We'll come back to you soon. We're going to join the girls who we had with us last week as well. We've got Holly and Ellie to see what they're thinking. How are you today, girls?
Good.
Good. Lovely to have you back with us. Any ideas why you think people might use a bank account?
To track how much they're spending and what they're spending it on.
Yep, that's a great idea. So it helps you track what you're spending, but it also helps you track what you're saving as well. Super. Any other ones?
To keep their money safe.
Keep their money safe. That's a great one, isn't it? That's what we all want to do, to make sure that our money's safe. Thanks, girls. We'll see you soon. Let's see what the people at home are saying. So we've got Rory, who's 9, saying you might not have enough space to keep all your money in your house. So if you use a bank account, of course, that'll keep your money safe and it'll keep it in a different place than your house. Maybe a safer place, the bank, isn't it?
We've also got Ashley, who says to pay bills and get your wages paid into.
That's good. We've got Katie, who's said similar to what the girls have said, to see how much money you have, so to kind of keep a track of that. Super. Yep. So on the screen now, you can see, and like lots of different reasons, why people use bank accounts. And I think most people have said them. So first of all, we have a picture of a padlock in a safe. And this is because bank accounts keep our money safe and secure. It also allows us to track what we're saving and spending. If you're anything like me, though, you spend more than you save. But I'm getting much better at saving thanks to MoneySense Mondays. And I know that since I started saving more, I feel much better about myself. And lastly, a bank account allows people to pay for goods and services easily. So there are three major reasons that people use bank accounts: for safety, to keep track of their savings and spending, and for convenience. So now I want you to think about why people are using online banking more now. Why don't you give some of your ideas in the comments below? While we're waiting for the comments to come in, let's join Nick and Gracie again to see if Gracie has any ideas on why you think more people are using online banking now than they were before.
If,
You can do anything, can you?
yeah, you can use it whenever you want.
Yep, great idea. You can access it whenever, so you can basically access it 24/7, can't you? Which is different to if you had to go into your bank branch, because they're only open during the day. So it's more accessible. That's a great one, Gracie. Thank you for that. We'll pop back to you soon. Let's pop to the girls, Holly and Ellie. Do you get any ideas why you think people might be using bank accounts more now, online banking more?
You don't need to go into the bank, and it's a lot easier.
Yep, it's much easier, isn't it? It's much more convenient. You don't have to go to the bank. You can just open up the app on your phone or search it on the internet and you can see it straight away.
Because people have got phones now.
Yep. Smartphones with apps now, so it's much easier. Thanks, girls. Let's see what some people at home are saying, Lisa. So we've got...
A lot of people are making comments there, Miss McPherson, now that because we can't go into our branch the way that we used to due to COVID-19, we don't want to spread the virus anymore. So the online banking is a safer place for us to do our banking than going into the bank.
That's a great reason, isn't it? Because we should only be going to bank branches if it's absolutely essential, if we can't do it online. So that's a great reason why people are using online banking more now than ever. We've got, because cash can be dirty and cards are quicker. So yeah, using cash is we spread it more, don't we? Because lots of people are handling that. So that's a great reason as well. We've got Alice and Tom saying to keep it safe and it's easy to get a hold of.
Yep, Jessica, age 9, is saying the same. A bank account is a safe place to keep it, so doing it online is obviously safer.
Super. And we've got Poppy saying when carrying money, it could get stolen. So if it's if it's in your account and you're using online, then you're not actually physically carrying the money that you have, so it's less chance of it getting stolen. Good, lots and lots of reasons why online banking is so popular now. So I think we've had most of them, but just as a wee summary, there have been major improvements in technology. So the girls had said that more people now have access to tablets or smartphones and apps, so that makes it a wee bit easier to access. There's also a greater number of online shops and stores, so you can buy things online. It's more convenient for people. So we had Gracie saying that because we can access it 24/7. And I think the most important one that a lot of people said was because of the situation we're in just now, we're still in lockdown. So that means that we should only be going out if it's absolutely necessary. So online banking has become so important during this time, and we're really lucky that we're able to access it from our homes. Let's hear from Lisa now, our community banker, to tell us more about keeping our money safe.
Thank you, Miss McPherson. So lots of good answers there. I just wanted to talk to you about some words that you might hear when we talk about keeping our money safe. So you may have heard of them before. So scams, identity theft, and fraud. So as you can see, these are all on the screen. So what is a scam? A scam is fake offers or companies that trick people into giving their personal details and or their money away. So this can come in a letter, on an email, by a text message, lots of different ways a scam can come. And then we go on to identity theft. So what is identity theft? Well, it's when someone gets information about another person's identity without their permission. For example, their date of birth, their address, things like that. And then lastly, fraud. So you've heard us talk about fraud a little bit before. So that's when someone uses that stolen identity in a criminal activity to get goods or services by trickery. And this is illegal, so you can get into trouble by the police if you commit fraud. So something to watch out for, and please remember these 3 things because they might come up later in our quiz.
Thanks, Lisa, and a little hint there to help them later on in the session. If people do keep their money safe, people will try. Sorry, if some people do not keep their money safe, so if they don't keep their money safe, some people will try and take advantage of this situation in order to steal their money. There are many ways in which people can be scammed in the UK, and this unfortunately happens each day, with around 2,000 money scams being reported every 5 minutes. Yep, you might be really shocked by that. I was really shocked by that, but you did hear me right. Around 2,000 money scams are reported every 5 minutes. We have chosen 3 ways in which people can be scammed. Lisa's going to tell us about them. So why don't you write down on paper or leave a comment below telling us which one you think might be the most common in the UK. Don't forget to explain what you know about the scam and your answer.
Perfect. So, Miss McPherson, I'll start off with email and text scams. So this is where you receive an email or a text from a company or a person pretending to be them, trying to get your personal information from you so that they can use it illegally. The next one would be shoulder surfing. So criminals waiting at a cash point trying to see your PIN number that you're entering and then stealing your card using the distraction or the pickpocketing technique. And then they've already got your PIN number, they've now got your card, and they can start using that. And the third one is cyber scams. So these include identity scams where someone pretends to be a different person using false documents, or social media is a big one just now, to access someone's money. So this can mean that scams where people pretend to be banks, police, or even the government, and businesses requesting you maybe for your details or your passwords. So always just be alert. What one of these do you think is the most popular?
Thanks, Lisa. I can't believe that so many people are scammed and this is the way that some people do it. I wonder if we should join Gracie and see if she can guess which one she thinks is the most popular in the UK.
Good idea.
So which one do you think it was? The email scams, the cyber scams, or the other one? That was the one, number 3. That was the one about people pretending to be your bank to then do the fraud.
I'm not sure again with the email one or the fraud.
The cyber scams or the email scams?
And
Okay,
between
so you think it's either cyber scams or email scams? Good guess. Super, we'll come back to you soon. Let's join Holly and Ellie to see if they've got any ideas. What do you think is the most popular one, girls?
We think the cyber scams would be the most popular one.
Okay, super. Good guess. Let's see what people at home are thinking then. A lot of people at home are actually saying shoulder surfing. I think this is a bit of a tricky one, Lisa.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think the thing with shoulder surfing as well, Miss McPherson, is a lot of people might be thinking that they see their grown-ups using the cash machines quite a lot. So maybe that's why they're going down the shoulder surfing.
That might be a reason why. Yep, we've got Owen, who's 11, said cyber scams, whereas Finlay thinks it's the emailing and texting. I wonder if you could put us out of our misery, Lisa. What one is the most popular in the UK?
Yeah, so the most popular is the cyber scams. So therefore, any method that involves using smartphones, laptops, tablets, or even computers will more likely be used in scams, such as buying things online, receiving fake emails, people contacting you via social media, etc. This is the most popular and common type of scams that we hear about.
So well done to everyone who guessed correctly and said cyber scams. But even if you said any of the other ones, they do happen very often. So that was a really hard question.
Sorry.
So with that in mind, how do you think that people could keep their money safe? I want you to think of as many things people could do to try and keep their money safe, particularly online. Leave a comment below or write down on paper some ways that you can think of. And let's join Holly and Ellie first this time to see what they think.
You don't let anybody see your passwords.
That's a great one. Keep your passwords safe. Keep them to yourself. Don't let anyone know what your passwords are and then they can't log in as if they're you. That's a great one. Thanks, girls. Any other ones that you can think of?
Create like long and silly passwords so that nobody can guess them.
Yep, sticking with the passwords, create ones that are quite long, ones that you might think are a bit daft, but they're not related directly to you. So it's not using your name or anything like that, or your birthday, because people can guess them quite easily. Super, thanks, girls. Let's join Gracie and see if she's got any ideas.
If like your bank if someone pretends to be your bank and contacts you, you shouldn't give them their details and then contact your bank to see if they actually want your things.
Very good
Super.
answer.
Yep, that's a great one. So if your bank contacts you and you might be a wee bit unsure whether it's actually the bank or whether it's someone kidding on pretending to be the bank or someone at the bank, then you might just hang up straight away and then phone the bank so that you know that you're definitely talking to someone who works for the bank. That's a great idea. Thanks, Gracie. Let's see what people at home are saying then, Lisa.
I quite like Owen. He's age 11. Get a parent to check if it's okay, and if it's too good to be true, it is. So that's when you see things online that might be a cheaper version. If it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is too good to be true, and it might be a scam. So well done, Owen.
Super. We've got a few people saying do not give away personal information. So Steph's definitely said that.
Rory says use fingerprint to open your account. That's what my mum's app does.
That's a good one. We've got Leo as well, who's 8, saying don't give out any personal information. So don't give out any information that's personal to you to try and stop people from impersonating you or kidding on to be you.
Yeah, lots of people saying about not sharing personal details.
We've got Katie, who's just saying just look out for scamming. So if anything seems a bit unusual or a bit funny, then just be alert.
Yeah, we've got Savannah, who says have a good password and have McAfee. So like have some sort of protection in place as well.
Super. And again, we've got make sure you keep your password safe and make it something that isn't easy to guess, similar to what the girls were saying. I wondered if you could tell us all the different ways, Lisa.
Certainly, Miss McPherson, there are many ways that you can keep your money safe, but I'm going to run through the top 4. So first of all, don't write down your password or tell anyone your password. This applies to any accounts that you have, including your online banking and PIN number that you might have for a card. And use different passwords for different websites. Don't always keep to the same password. We've already had lots of people saying as well that create a long password. That will contain letters, numbers, and might even have some symbols if you're allowed, so that people are unable to guess it. There's a good website called strongpasswordgenerator.com, and that will give 15 characters long passwords that will give you ideas on what your password could be. Never give out any of your personal details about your account over the phone or via emails. The bank or any trusted organisation or company that you deal with would never ask you for your full password. They might ask you for certain characters, but they'll never ask for it all. And if you think you are the victim of a scam, you should tell a grown-up or your bank immediately. And you can also call Action Fraud on 0300 123 2040.
Thanks, Lisa, and great work, everyone. We're now going to move on to our quiz to see what you can remember from today's session. So you can either write your answers down on paper or comment them below for us to see before we reveal the correct answers. Lisa, it's time to see who's really been listening today.
Let's go. So
number 1, why do people use bank accounts? So can you remember why people use bank accounts?
So there's
we spoke about that at the beginning. Let's just wait for some comments to come in. We don't want to give the answers. We want to see if you've been listening. Good, we've got Tamsin, who's 10. She's saying to keep money safe. And so is Savannah. She's saying to keep money safe as well. Super.
Phoebe has said it's easier and safer. So that might be easier, more convenient. Yep.
I think we've just got one more that's not been mentioned. So we've had to keep money safe and secure, and we've also got it's easier, so it's convenient. But there was one more that we mentioned. I wonder if anyone can get it.
So Isla has said it is best if you have a backup account. So that could be a savings account that Isla's talking about. So you would have your current account and your backup account, which is your savings account. So that's us got all three answers there, Miss McPherson, for security, convenience and savings.
And I just seen there as well, Lisa, that Savannah had said to save money. So they were just taking a wee bit longer, but they do know. So number 2, what is identity theft? So Lisa told us about that. What is identity theft? I wonder if we should join Nick and Gracie to see if Gracie can remember what identity theft is.
Derek, are we able to get Nick and Gracie up for question 2? Perfect.
Thank you. Any ideas, Gracie? What do you think identity theft is?
So, like, they steal your name and all your details, like if your gender, and then they pretend to be you.
Great answer, Gracie. So yeah, identity theft is when someone gets your information about another person without their permission, like you said, date of birth, address, gender, and they use that information. Yep, well done.
Then we've got number 3. What is most likely type of scam you could experience? So that's quite a straightforward one. Can you remember what Lisa said was the answer? It was a tricky question, but Lisa did tell us the answer. So what is the most likely scam you could experience? What's the most common one in the UK? Yep, we've got Savannah again. She's really on the ball. Cyber, Owen saying cyber scam as well. Tamsin, yep.
Lots of people coming in now with it. Yep.
Yep, so they've definitely learned that now. They know that it's definitely cyber scams. That is the most common one for us in the UK. And number 4, we've got our last question. What should you do if you're the victim of a scam? And we're going to join Holly and Ellie to see if they can remember what you should do if you're the victim of a scam.
Join a parent.
Super. Yep, tell a parent or guardian immediately, isn't that right, Lisa?
Yep, and you can also call Action Fraud and they can help you out as well.
Super, thanks girls. Okay, we're going to finish off with some quick quid questions now. This is some time in the session to answer some of your great questions about money. We're so lucky to have Lisa and her expertise here with us, so feel free to post some comments for us below and we'll do our best to answer them. I wonder if Holly and Ellie have any questions that they would like to ask Lisa first.
Can kids get scammed?
In unison there.
Yeah, I suppose the answer to that is yes. If you have a tablet or a phone or you have any sort of social media, then there is a chance that you could be scammed if you receive a message or a text or an email from a scam company. So we would always say if you do get anything from someone that you don't know, tell a grown-up straight away and let them see whether or not it's real or not.
Thanks, Lisa. We've got Savannah asking, how can you get interest on your savings so that when you're an adult, you will have more money?
Good question, Savannah. So to ensure that you're having interest on an account, you just need to have a savings account. That's where interest is paid. So depending on what bank you're with, you can have a wee look at the savings account you can have for your age, and then that way you would start getting interest on how much money you've got in your bank. Good question.
Thanks. We've got Aidan, who's 9, asking if he'll get his money back if he gets scammed.
So Aidan, that's a really good question, and the answer is in 2 parts. So it depends whether or not you have given out your information, your personal information, or if someone's stolen it from you. If you have given that information out, then you might not get your money back because you've given that scammer, that fraudster, your details to use. However, if that scammer or fraudster's taken the money from you, without your knowledge and you didn't know that they were getting your details, then there is a chance that the investigations team would be able to give you your money back. But it's not one answer for everyone. It depends on each individual circumstance.
Great, thanks, Lisa. We've got Mara, who's aged 10, asking which age groups are targeted the most. So is there anyone who's targeted the most in terms of scams?
Not as far as you would think. So beforehand, the over 65s were targeted the most, but that's actually been reduced now, and it's a lot closer. So the over 65s is 53% of the population, which then means the under 65s is 47. So they're getting closer and closer together. So the gap's not as big as what it used to be. And I think that's because so many different people of different ages are using online tablets, etc., or even getting posts through the door, which means that everyone's just as receptive to it.
Great, thanks, Lisa. I think we'll make this our last one from the people at home because we're running out of time today. But Edward, aged 10, wants to know how you can tell if an online shopping site is safe to buy from.
Good question, Edward. So there is a few different things that you can do. Ensuring, first of all, that when you go onto the website, you know it's a reputable website. For example, in Google, when you search Nike, click on the Nike.com. Don't scroll away down the page and try and find the cheapest Nike pair of trainers. Always go for the branded. Also, on the address bar, you should have a little padlock. That padlock will tell you whether or not the site is secure or not. And also, if you do have firewall protection, that helps an awful lot as well.
Super, thanks, Lisa. Just to finish off, let's flip to Gracie to see if she's got a question that she would like to ask today.
What happens to the fraudsters if they get caught?
Good question, Gracie. So if they are caught, then the police would deal with them and they would be an investigation, but you can get a criminal sentence and go to prison depending on how severe it is.
Great, thanks, Gracie. Thanks for some great questions. If you think of a question during the week, then feel free to note it down and we'll try and answer some of them questions next week as well.
Perfect. Miss McPherson, just before we finish up, did you know that £190 million is lost each year in scams involving money?
Oh my goodness, that's an awful lot of money. But going back to that wee fact that I read out earlier on, when I couldn't believe it when I found out that every 5 minutes over 2,000 scams are reported each day. Yeah. So I can only imagine how much money.
We just need to make sure that we're staying alert at all times and telling our grown-ups if we're suspicious of anything. Now, thank you for joining us here today. We hope that you've enjoyed this session. And remember, you can always log on to the mymoneysense.com to learn more whilst you're at home. Why not try playing Scam Busters, an interactive game where you can learn more about online safety. The MyMoneySense website includes lots of fun games, videos and articles, even for your parents.
Yes, you should definitely visit the MyMoneySense website. Thanks for joining us and for all your hard work during today's session. We hope you enjoyed participating and we look forward to seeing you next MoneySense Monday when we'll be learning all about raising money for charity. Have a great day, take care and stay safe. Bye.
Thanks now, bye.